Excuse me. Excuse me, would you be Thomas Didymus by any chance?
Uh, yes, that's me.
The famous scientist.
Well, I don't know if I'm famous. I really don't have a lot of time looking at newspapers, but I'm a scientist, yes.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Nathanael from the Chronicle. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Huh, I'm sorry, no. Like I said before, I don't have a lot of time reading the news. All the same, what can I help you with?
Well, I'm hoping to do a story on a recent discovery. My editor said that you would be a good one to interview.
Well, that depends on what the discovery is. What interests you?
Well, there's a rumor going around that some scientists have discovered life after death. Would you know anything about that?
Not very much, at least not yet. But I have heard of those claims, and I have done some work on checking them out.
Okay, so suppose we start at the beginning. What exactly has been claimed and by whom?
The lead scientist, a certain Mary Magdalene of the University of Bethany, she claims that she herself saw a man who was dead one day and alive the next.
What are we talking about here, Doctor? Some sort of ghost?
No ghosts. Ghosts are out of the question. Dr. Magdalene claims that she saw no spirit, but something that was alive with a solid physical body.
I mean, there wouldn't be a doctor on your staff named Frankenstein by any chance, would there?
No, not again. We're not talking about a Halloween story. The claim is for a physical resurrection.
I mean, surely you don't believe that.
And surely I do not. As a famous person once said, when you're dead, you're dead. That's it. People just don't rise from the dead.
Then why are you still investigating this?
It's what scientists do. You might call it, maybe I call us professional skeptics. When we hear rumors of an unbelievable quality, we check them out as best we can.
Yeah, I mean, this is starting to sound very familiar. We journalists, we're another kind of professional skeptic. Can anything good come out? That's kind of my motto. I can't tell you how many unbelievable things that I hear all the time. And when I've checked them out, I usually find that most of them turn out not to be true. And the ones that turn out to be true, they aren't very good. So tell me, as a scientist, how do you go about checking on these things?
Scientists have a time-honored tool also at our disposal. It's called the scientific method. The scientific method teaches us that if something really happened, it can happen again. If you can't make it happen again, then it's unlikely to have happened in the first place.
Yeah, that's what your lab is for.
Correct. The lab here is where we experiment and try to recreate whatever is being claimed.
Now, I think I know the answer to this one, but have you been able to recreate or otherwise verify that a resurrection from the dead has happened?
I have not.
That's what I thought. I must say, I would have been very skeptical if you had said that you were able to make a dead person live again. So, what is behind this claim?
Well, to be fair to Dr. Magdalene, she does not claim that she herself brought the man back to life, only that she saw it happen.
Okay. Then whom does she say, did perform this miraculous act?
Get your skepticism ready for this one. The claim is that the dead man raised himself from the dead.
I'm totally lost here. How could that even be remotely possible?
Well, scientifically, it isn't.
Well then, Doctor, in your opinion, what did Dr. Magdalene see that made her think someone had risen from the dead?
It hurts me even to think about these things, Nathaniel. You see, I have a lot of respect for Dr. Magdalene. We have worked together on several things, and she has always impressed me as a level-headed person, an excellent scientist.
But
But this latest claim is just too much. You see, it hurts me to think that Dr. Magdalene could make such an outlandish claim. When I first heard of the matter, I found myself almost wishing it could be true, that the man did rise from the dead just to save the reputation of Dr. Magdalene.
So what happened then?
Dr. Magdalene must be suffering from some sort of delusion.
Hello, Tom. Looks like someone's been talking about me. Who's this?
Dr. Magdalene, this is Nathanael, a newspaper reporter from,
I'm from the Chronicle, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I suppose Tom's told you too much about me already.
Oh, not nearly enough. I understand that you saw somebody rise from the dead. I believe that's what I got here. And what's more, it was the dead man who, made himself rise again? Is that true?
Absolutely.
How can this be?
Because I saw it happen with these two eyes. How it happened, I cannot tell you, but it did, all the same.
Unbelievable. And I mean that literally. People don't rise from the dead. A human body, once dead, ordinarily stays that way.
I promise you, Nathaniel, there is nothing ordinary about the human body, and especially this one. Wait a minute, Thomas, did you mention to the reporter just who it was that rose from the dead?
No, I hadn't gotten there yet, no.
Wait, who is it?
It was Jesus. Jesus of Nazareth.
Wait, is this Jesus somebody that you both know?
Yes.
He certainly is. I call him a very good friend.
Another scientist?
Well, not really. Well, he's hard to pigeonhole. A doctor, a philosopher, a counselor. He's hard to put in any one category.
But a friend all the same.
Yes, of both of us. And much more than a friend. Isn't that right, Thomas?
Well, yes, that's right. He had a special kind of attraction for us. I love the man, like a brother or father, or both rolled into one. There were a number of us who felt that way about Jesus. That's why we were simply crushed when he was murdered.
Not murdered. I knew this couldn't be good, so you both saw him dead.
Yes, definitely dead.
But then you, Mary, you saw him alive again.
Absolutely.
Now forgive me, but it's not unusual for someone under stress to think that they saw something they merely wanted to see. Like a loved one who had passed away becoming alive again.
Now, I promise you, Nathaniel, that I am not deluded. Jesus was alive, just as alive as you and I are right now.
But you didn't bring Thomas around to see this Jesus, to prove that he was alive again?
Not that I didn't ask.
And I wish I could have, but so far Jesus hasn't been very easy to locate. I just don't know where he is. Eventually I will be able to bring Jesus and this doubting Thomas together, but until then,
Until then, what my eyes don't see and my hands do not touch, I don't believe.
Oh, Thomas, can't you just believe? You know me, I would never lie to you.
Oh, I know you're not lying. I know you believe it's true.
Well then, don't believe me, believe Jesus. Think about it for a bit. Think with your heart. If anyone could rise from the dead, can't you just believe it would be him?
I don't know. But you're right. It's almost possible to believe of him anyways. Almost possible. But still, I'm a scientist.
And so am I. But this skepticism that we're so fond of can be overrated, if you ask me, even for scientists.
But we wouldn't be scientists if we weren't working with our scientific method.
That's true, but I say there's more to a human being than just science. And there's more to science than skepticism.
Yeah, everybody has doubts. Some of us make a profession out of it. If you want people to have faith in this Jesus person or in anything else, for that matter, doesn't that leave us out? It seems to me that doubters are automatically disqualified.
Well, yes, everyone has doubts, but everyone also has faith. You, Nathaniel, have faith in your ability to get the facts. You must also have faith that there are such things as facts, correct?
When you're right, you're right.
Just as my friend Thomas has faith in his scientific method, he has faith in what his eyes and hands tell him. You heard him say that.
Sure did.
Doubts are normal. We couldn't survive without them. I would say they happen, but they are not the goal of our existence.
I don't know. Do I need to ask her? What is the goal of existence?
I'll bet I know. It's faith, isn't it?
I would say yes, faith. Knowing and believing, even trusting alongside our doubts, maybe even in spite of our doubts. If we can doubt and still trust, that's faith.
Mary,
Yes, Thomas, my friend?
go find Jesus. No, really, I honestly want you to go find him. I want to believe that he's alive.
I'll bring him to you. And to you first.
You know this means that I don't have a story.
Well, of course you have a story. That's a scientist here who works through doubts. He's open to the truth, even if it comes from unconventional sources. You also have a story about a resurrection.
So now you think that he has risen from the dead?
Either he did or he didn't. If he didn't, you can write the story of a scientist who made a mistake. If he did, I don't need to tell you what to write about.
I guess I could get used to writing good news for a change.
Oh, so you believe it too?
Well, let's just say I'm willing to follow the leads and to see for myself. You know, your friend Mary, she made some really good points that doubts are not an end to themselves. And bad news isn't a good thing, even if it does sell newspapers.
Yes, so we do have a lot in common, scientists and reporters.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Good luck with your story.
And thanks, and good luck with your research.
Thank you.